I often get the chance to talk to IT pros about what they're using for data protection and why. One of the most common complaints about whatever they were using before or still stuck with now sounds something like, it's really complicated, or it's really hard to find what I need to restore, or it's unreliable, and then it's surprisingly slow. Let's take that apart. Complicated is a UI problem, and it often comes from years and years of adding features and settings. And if your vendor has not done a facelift in the last 3 to 5 years, then yes, their UI is likely more complicated than some others. Slow is often a function of the media that underlies the data protection infrastructure. It isn't just a tape, cloud versus disk discussion, but how fast is your disk during restores versus how fast during backups? And is it pulling blocks from everywhere, or does it store data in a more optimized restore pass? Unreliable. If your data protection solution is unreliable, just turn it off. It would be better for most folks to just say, we don't do backups, than to misset expectations by saying, we do backups, but we can't restore. But because you probably can't turn it off, you just need to replace it. There is nothing reasonable or imaginary that could justify keeping an unreliable backup solution. So let's talk about the last complaint, the idea of it's really hard to find what to restore, because that is the point of differentiation between many backup solutions. Some solutions actually presume that your users remember where they put stuff. Which works fine if they overwrote something in place or if they actually did remember where they put stuff, but most users don't remember where they put stuff. So here's something to keep in mind. The catalog makes a big difference. Whether your restoration source is a backup pool, a replica, or a snapshot, if you have to browse it as part of the restore process, it will be slow, and it isn't searchable by itself. So somehow enumerating what can be restored will make the browsing process faster and, wait for it, searchable. Write this down. The better your data protection solutions catalog, the better you will be able to restore. You'll be able to find the data. Even browsing will be quicker because you won't be perusing the file system itself, just clicking through the catalog's database. And in most cases, the catalog will make your restore more versatile because it exposes for you all the recoverable points so that you get the best version for you. Some data protection solutions index the files after the job is over, and that can work well if it's the only thing invoking backups, replicas, and snaps. But if your solution also allows for inheriting snapshots, replicas, or other points in time that weren't created originally by that tool, it can end up being either slow and cumbersome or need additional indexing so the catalog is ready when you need it. Some data protection tools do cataloging well, others don't. But it is so important. Here's what I want you to take away. A rich and proactive catalog will make the difference in how well you can restore your data. If you're talking backups, look for more than just walking the file system on the fly and the assumption the users remember where they put stuff, because they don't remember. So then you won't be able to restore easily, and then bad things happen. They just do. If we're talking snapshots and replicas, great. You're already leveraging even more agile recovery methods, often with even more efficiency than a secondary backup pool. But you are leaving a lot of those benefits untapped if you don't have insight and manageability into the recoverable data. In either case, what that means is the catalog matters.